Hey everybody, I'm Jason Galka. Welcome back to A Ship Called Relation. Coming up, who is in our Celebrity Chat Corner this week? Plus, later on in the show, I'm going to be answering your questions that you asked me through social media this past week. And later in the show, we have some anniversary shout-outs. Who's celebrating how many years this week? It's all happening right now on A Ship Called Relation. Hey everybody, I'm Jason Galka, and good morning to you. The girls are back with me today, and we are talking about celebrity gossip. Well, it's not so much gossip. It's in the news this week. We have some people that are back in divorce court, some people that are going to be visiting divorce court, and then we have some that are just breaking bread for the holidays. Who are they? Well, you have to stay tuned to find out. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
How are we? Take a sip of that coffee. We need to wake up here a little bit.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers,
Some
darling.
Baileys in that.
That's why I'm so perky in the morning.
Yeah.
So it's the week after Thanksgiving, so we all made it through Black Friday last week. Right, last week was Thanksgiving. I'm not crazy.
Yeah,
okay,
no,
I don't even know where I am. But so remember how last week, let's just rewind for just a second. I talked about tips last week. If you're single for the holidays, and one of my tips was to totally be, not looking at Desiree, but one of my tips was to totally be selfish and go out and splurge on yourself. So that's something that I actually did. Let me show you my new prized possession real quick. I did go get the iPhone. Oh, look, we got tweets coming
iPad.
in. It's the iPad.
Yeah, the
It's my mini iPad. It's the iPad 6 Plus, which I love. I tell you, I love it so much, I have Mike bring a fifth chair out for it. We're making it part of the show today. So I splurged. I treated myself. So how was everybody's Black Friday? Did we buy our Signif anything?
Yes.
We
I got
did.
some Christmas gifts, but I spent more money on myself than any Christmas gifts.
Well, behold, the top of the line iPhone. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't tell John what I paid, but,
Sorry.
but it was great.
Yeah.
So we're officially entering the holiday season, so happy holidays. We have Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa on the way. So first in the news I want to talk about this week. This is something that's really sticking out to me that I want to talk about. Ray and Janae Rice are back in the news. If you recall that story, Kelly, you'll appreciate this because this is so sports related
Yes.
and you love your sports. But let's just rewind back to February real quick when Ray had struck his wife, Janae, so hard on an elevator in Atlantic City. Okay,
Not
they
wife
were
at the time, by the way.
not wife at the time, his fiance back then, or whatever you want to call it, struck her in an elevator from an altercation and knocked her unconscious.
And then dragged her out.
And then dragged her out so callously. Now, we don't have the video to show you here because we are daytime, but you can totally YouTube it, Google it, you'll find it. But fast forwarding back to present time now, she's back in the news saying that the whole thing was a mistake and everybody makes mistakes. How do you call getting knocked out in an elevator a mistake by your husband?
Maybe when the elevator was stopping, you know how sometimes it does a little jump? Maybe he fell forward and got her.
Well, he's a big guy. We have a photo of them. Let's take a look at that quick. And let me just say, he would totally be my celeb crush of the week. But after being a wife beater, I'm tossing him off this ship. He's totally off my radar.
There's a few things you can overlook, but I don't know, getting beat and everyone can see. It's not even like
Yeah.
it was like you told someone. Like physically watching yourself get beat by your boyfriend, how do you come back from
They have a
that?
child, too. And I said
Yeah.
Kelly will have an opinion on this because he is, what, the linebacker for former
He was
Baltimore
with the
Ravens running back. I don't even know what that is because I'm not sports-oriented whatsoever.
It's a bird.
You can educate me. It's a bird.
Yeah,
It's a raven,
is
I know
bird.
that.
Yeah, he was with them. They released him. Well, originally he only had a 2-day suspension, but
Yeah.
then
Once the
video came
surfaced.
out, then he was suspended, definitely. It's crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
he's barely got punished.
Were you a Ravens fan?
No, actually, they're my least favorite football team.
So no loss to
So
you.
no loss to me, but yeah, he's back though. He won his appeal, so he is allowed to re-sign with the team. I don't know
Oh my
if the
God.
team will take him, but it's not really, people are mad at the NFL, but he also, even in court, because she dropped all the charges, he got accepted to this program that usually people with violent crimes aren't even accepted into.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just an example of special treatment for celebrities, and it's just a bad example, and then she's setting even worse of one by marrying him after this happened.
Yeah, I mean, she
Saying
says in
it's a
an
mistake.
interview that it hasn't happened since, and that it was a mistake and people make mistakes. Well, an accident or a mistake is, Desiree getting struck by my talking left hand.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, which will happen. One day it will happen, so I'm sorry in advance. But, that's an idea of an example of striking somebody, as that's an accident. This was not an accident. This was deliberate. He knocked her out, that's how hard the punch was, and they have a child together. So who's to say he's not going to hit their child one day?
Yep.
That's how I feel.
But is she staying just because of who he is and where his financial, stability is?
It's a good point,
Yeah.
because
If
who
he was
is
just
she?
working at a regular 9 to 5, would she really be sticking by his side like this?
If he
Right.
got arrested and thrown in jail, which he should have, would she have stayed with him? Probably not.
Yeah.
What's the benefit there?
Right.
She's an idiot. I'm sorry. She's
Yeah.
stupid.
Hey, we
I
have to
hate
call
her.
it as we see it.
I hate him too.
That's why we're here. We're calling it as we see it. So I think, that could be it. I mean, maybe she has self-esteem issues. She's a beautiful woman. If you look at the photo,
Yeah,
she's
she's
very
gorgeous.
beautiful.
She could have
So-
any NFL player she wants.
Exactly.
An NFL wife, though, I mean, come on, if you're in that limelight, you're going to probably stick it out for as long as you can.
But she
He
wasn't
beat and
married.
dragged
I
her.
Right.
understand that.
And
I get that.
the other thing is that they got married after. It happened in February, and they got married in
she
March.
immediately stuck up
must
for
have
him.
been a big ring.
Yeah, it was. They
Yeah.
were engaged, and then that happened, and then she went through with the wedding.
Yeah, I mean, I would have called the whole thing off. First of all, if
Yeah.
my
You're not
signif-
committed. You're having out. You're not in that
Right.
marriage where you might try to work
Yeah,
it out.
it would've been
It's
easier to break it
ridiculous
off.
as it is. Yeah.
And really, with his kind of money, would have been such a big deal to call all that off. I mean, how much were they
Yeah.
losing, really? Not a big deal to him, I'm sure. But if my signif ever struck me that way, he would wake up from his unconsciousness 3 months later. Let me just
Yeah,
tell you.
yeah.
I have to call it as I see it. And so I really feel like doing shows now, I'm going on my 3rd year of hosting. In a prior show that I used to host, I did a whole show on domestic violence. And the women that I met and the stories that they shared, I mean, you really damage a woman, and no woman should have to go through that. So the reason I bring this up is because, ladies, never, ever, ever let anybody do this to you. You have to be stronger sooner than later and know when you're in a bad relationship and to get out of it. So that's how I feel about that.
Absolutely.
Moving on to other news, we do have the ever so sexy Robin Thicke in the news this week. His wife of just several years, I think they got married in 2005, so a little bit more than several. They were high school sweethearts, which I don't know why they waited so long to get married, because he's like 37 or 38, someplace around
Yeah.
there. She's divorcing him for irreconcilable differences. I love him. I love Blurred Lines and everything. That was like the hit song over the past summer and everything. And I can't help but wonder if he lives up to his name. That's just something that I'm wondering, and I'm sure I could find out with a little Google search. But I just want to go on to say that he was the one that was trying to hold everything together. And you really don't see that in a relationship with men.
The thing with
Yeah.
that is, though, he messed up, and then she didn't want to deal with it, and she's standing up for herself, but then everyone's like, then he makes it public, like writing her songs and trying to win her back, and then everyone's like, oh, she won't take him back, poor guy, but he's the one that messed up.
Yeah,
He
no,
has an
it's
MO
true.
about him. He's
Yeah,
a
exactly.
dog. He goes to the, nightclubs.
Exactly.
He hits on little girls. He was twerking with Miley Cyrus on
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
I mean, the poor girl probably couldn't stand looking at this.
And she's one of those people having the courage to walk away, and everyone's like, "Oh, but he wrote you a song."
She's probably
and
Yeah.
going through this
and
since high
he's got
school.
this whole
Like,
thing
I'm
going
over
on.
it.
Because that's
He's written
so
me like
standard.
400 songs.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's so standard for the woman to be the one that no, I want to hold on and
I
keep
know.
everything going. So it's different to see a man wanting to do it. Maybe it is because he does realize that he's wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know, but he is carousing around now with a new 19-year-old. I think her name
Exactly.
is
Yeah.
April Love Geary. Is
I don't
her
know what
name.
his wife's name is, but good. Get
Yeah,
it.
Paula
April.
Platon.
Oh my god.
I loved his father. I was totally crushing on his father back in the 80s.
Alan.
Growing Pains. Let me tell you,
Oh my
I knew
God.
stuff about myself when I was very young, so I was totally crushing on the dad. And then the son blossoms out into this man, and it's like, ooh, Google search later. Whatever I find, I will be happy to tweet to all of you. So, I don't know. I feel like with this whole age difference thing, too, because she's 19, he's like 37, 38-ish. I mean, A, it's probably just arm candy or a rebound. And plus, it's the holidays, okay? Holidays play a big part in patheticness, really. Like, nobody wants to be alone like this for the holidays. No, I'm totally... Don't look at poor Desiree here. She's beautiful. We'll help her in January. But, I just feel like he just needs somebody to get through this time. And by January, this is going to be done.
Better than a 19-year-old.
Better than a 19-year-old, but this isn't going to last. This is going to be done by January. So.
And just proving to his wife that like she made a good decision.
Yeah, she did.
So-
If it's that quick, she's got a new arm candy, and it's that young, it's just like
Yeah.
all the lies and rumors she probably heard all these years are like red
Confirmed.
flag.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm really just calling him out here because I give kudos that he was trying, because not a lot of men actually try
Very
when
true.
relationships
But was he
are
trying,
ending.
or was his PR rep like,
Exactly.
You'll get such good publicity, you'll be like,
Exactly.
Well,
They're
that's
trying
true.
it.
That's the
and
flip
they're-
side.
yeah,
behind it.
please.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
There's a whole story to it.
Yeah.
So,
Dog.
well, dog.
Sexy, sexy dog.
Sexy dog. He could still be my celebrity crush of
Yeah.
the week. But who is breaking bread this holiday season, which I give them real kudos for because they do have children, is Mariah and Nick Carey. Take a look at their photo here. They are a beautiful couple, and yes, Nick Carey. No, he didn't change his name, but come on. I mean,
Yeah.
she's a diva. He's totally just riding her coattails.
Exactly.
Got to call it as I see it. And so they're splitting up, as we know, old news. Fast forward back to present. They're just getting together now for the kids' sake and the holiday season, which I think is great. It's
good.
Because they're doing the right thing as parents, number one. Okay? And number two, I mean, there's probably so much that goes on in their house anyway. The kids don't even know that they're splitting up because, you know, you have housekeepers and cooks and her makeup people running around. Like, it's a whole, like, Brady Bunch household, I feel like. And so they don't even know what's going on. They're going to be more busy with the toys and the wrapping paper on Christmas Day. But I really commend them for holding it together. What I think is going to happen, they will end up getting divorced strictly because, now this is just my opinion, is because Nick is out on social media with his dad nonetheless, and they're dissing on Mariah, talking about her weight and everything, which, by the way, she lost weight, and she looks really great.
Even if she didn't, you should never be talking
Yeah,
about
it's
somebody's
to your
weight.
children.
I mean,
Right.
he totally broke
You
divorce
married
code.
her.
Yeah.
Like you loved her. Whether
Yeah.
it was
You had
a
twins
crush
with
or-
her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, twins
Yeah.
are gorgeous. They're 3 years old now, so kudos to them for holding it
Being
together.
immature. His
as a
age is
family.
showing.
Well, that's another huge age difference.
Yeah,
And,
she's probably like, please.
you know, we get so many of these questions through our Sink or Swim stories that people are dating people that are older than them or younger than them. I don't feel like it always works. And we have viewers' questions later. Somebody's trying to pursue a relationship with a man that's a lot older than them. I don't see it happening because there's going to be differences that if they don't turn up now, they're going to turn up later. And it's going to be bigger heartache because you've invested all this time. It's best to stick to a comfortable age bracket, which is 5 years up and 5 years below.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 years, maybe, depending on the maturity
Depending on
level.
your age, I think. and
Yeah.
Where you are
on
in
your
life.
age.
Certainly not 37 and 19. I've done that. Let me tell you, I was 19 with a 37-year-old, and do you see him anywhere now? No, John's 39 now, I'm 30, so we're in that comfortable, you know, within that 10-year bracket I was just talking about. So that's fine. But anything more than that, it's not going to happen, I don't feel like.
Yeah, I agree.
As your gay BFF and relationship advisor here, I can tell you firsthand.
Take it from Jason.
Take it from me. Now, who's not breaking bread this holiday season is Kimmy K and Kanye. Now, there's whole mess with them from the word go. But let me just tell you what's happening with them now. They didn't spend Thanksgiving together. He was in Paris with his boyfriends, okay, doing whatever. She was at home with that crazy mother and those sisters and the transitioning stepfather, okay, Adam's apple removed. I don't understand. But in ways I kind of agree with Kanye to not be there because who wants to be around that whole mess? And that's exactly what it is. You
Well,
know,
you married into it.
he married into the mess, but that's probably a PR thing too, who knows. But the point of the fact is, you're a family now. And this goes back to what we talked about last week when you're trying to create new traditions. If you don't want to be around that crazy family, then you go off and you do Thanksgiving yourself. But on major holidays like this, I feel like you have to be with your wife and your kid. Agreed?
Yeah, it's a
I think you
family
should
day.
be there, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think so.
It's a
Yeah.
huge family day. We're totally going to knock this thing over. You probably see it
You're
shaking in the
gonna knock
background.
It's
Our
talking
ship is
hand.
going to go down. My talking hands. But I just feel like with this story, like, you know,
Isn't this his daughter's first?
this is his daughter's.
Yes.
So he missed his daughter's
Yeah.
first Thanksgiving?
Yeah. And I think it's her
With
second
boys.
because
Second?
she's
I
kind
don't
of.
know.
I have no
Cheers.
idea.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
keep
know.
up with them truthfully, but they just stuck out to me because I'm very big on holidays and family, and you should be together. And she's with the crazy family, and he's someplace in Paris doing God knows what, and then, or God knows who, we don't know. You know, why
Yeah.
is he not together? But I just feel like if you're not together on major holidays, there's divorce coming. That's
Do you
in
think they'll be
route.
together by next Thanksgiving?
I don't think so.
Me either.
I don't think so either. And I
mean,
think
her
she'll
record-
marry
pretty good
quickly
track record,
again.
though.
This will be her third.
Yeah.
It's the longest
In
one
like
yet.
what, 1 year?
It is the longest one
2
yet,
years.
though. Give her that.
But I don't feel like she's a mother either, and I have to go back a little bit to when she did the whole paper pose for Paper Magazine.
Break the internet.
Break the
I
internet
wanted to break
thing.
my computer
I
when I
know.
saw
Exactly.
it.
Break my
disgusting.
eyeballs out
You
of
are
my
a
head.
mother. You are a mother. I don't
Exactly.
care about the celebrity gossip. I don't care about how much money she made.
Yeah.
You are a mother.
I mean, you could be a sexy hot mom,
Absolutely.
but you have to
And
go
show
on the
off your
cover of a
body.
magazine
Yes.
naked, covered in oil. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
And that, even if it was just a back picture, I'll let it
It's
go.
not.
But when
Yeah.
she turned around and it was just like
Total frontal.
we have nothing
frontal.
left to the imagination now.
No.
Your daughter
Why did she
is
do
going
that?
to see that.
It didn't even look
Exactly.
sexy.
No,
It just looked like
it was
messy.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
No.
it looked
I
messy.
swear that
I
butt
wonder
is
how many
implanted.
times she
Oh,
fell
it
on
is.
a
That butt is
I saw
totally
an
implanted.
unphotoshopped
Is it really?
picture of that.
It's
There you go.
implanted?
It has
She
to
has.
be.
It was photoshopped. It was edited, but I saw an untouched picture of it. It was like leaked.
Yeah.
Well, there's a photo of them as well. Let's throw that up. I don't think they look like a happy couple at all, and I think they'll be in divorce court within the next 3 months. I
They
give it
never
3
look
months.
happy
He
together.
just runs
Yeah.
No.
like he
Smile.
runs who she is. He thinks he has control because he's Kanye
see
and
that?
thinks he's
We're so
God.
happy.
Yeah, they both have their God
He's
complexes.
what is he,
and-
Yeezus?
He's
Yeah,
Yeezus.
he's
All
Yeezus.
hell, all hell Yeezus. Come on.
Please. But it's like, going back,
Disaster.
it's like you said, like she's a mom now. And I mean, granted, Madonna did a very tasteful photo shoot in Interview Magazine this past week. You could actually Google that and see it. She did expose the puppies, but Madonna, for being in her 50s, she does it very tasteful, where it's very artsy. Now, granted, as the gay BFF, I'll tell you, Kim's puppy sat very well for the camera too, but she is a mother, and they should be put away.
You can
Right.
be artsy. You can show your body. I know in the celebrity world, like you have more leeway to show off, which is fine. I think it was just she just took it that one little step too far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I agree.
Agreed. So,
Even with the whole break the internet thing, it made it pretty clear
Yeah.
she just wanted it out there, like, and it
Yeah.
just came off really desperate.
And this is someone who, for years and years, was like covering her butt for the camera, like
hysterical,
Yeah.
crying because
crying
her
when
butt,
her butt
was being
shows,
shown.
and now what?
Uh-huh.
You're doing a completely nude photo shoot?
Yeah.
Well, please.
yeah,
Like she
please.
probably should have just spread eagled and it would have been.
That's
just the
my
same.
problem with
Yeah,
J-Lo,
right?
too. She always was like, don't show my
Yeah.
butt. She had insurance on her butt, not my butt.
Butt
And now that
insurance.
she's getting older, she's like, I need to be in the
Look,
news. Let
look,
me make
look.
a
Yeah.
song about big booties
butt.
and show my butt. It's like, all right, we see right through it.
We got
What's
you.
with all the oil on celebrities lately? Everyone's greasing up. for the
Yeah,
holidays.
it's not like it's summertime. Well, not here in New York anyway, but it's
Enough
just
with the
very
J-Lo
untasteful.
and Nicki Minaj and
Yeah.
Kim. Just
Ugh, enough
oily.
Well,
licking.
to love Madonna, it is
at
the
the
gay
oil
thing
on
to
me.
do, but if you want to see what I'm talking about, you could Google Interview Magazine. It was this past week, so it's pretty recent. Very tastefully done. Kim, not so much. And I don't keep up with the Kardashians. Anyway, they're a big mess, and the whole transitioning stepfather, Bruce, I don't understand. So moving on now to you, our viewers. As you know, I'm on social media like crazy. It's my latest obsession. My Twitter is going crazy. I love it.
Whoa.
Aside from,
Jason,
we're
don't
going to
get
lose
too
this
crazy
shit.
now.
Our ship is going to go down by the end of this show. I can feel it. And so I posted this week on questions that you might have about your relationships. So we're going to get that right now. And this is written by a lovely viewer named Sarah. She says, I'm going through a divorce and my husband isn't making it easy for me. He chose to end our marriage, which has me devastated. I cry all the time and wish I didn't feel like this. And I feel like I should be more angry than hurt.
Very vague.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the juicy
like,
part
what's
of the
happening?
story.
Yeah.
Come on, Sarah.
Well, here's what I think just based on this. It is a little vague, but I feel like you have to allow yourself to feel emotion, number
Yeah.
one. I mean, to really bottle up feelings and to bury all of that. When it comes time for that new relationship, I feel like there's going to be some baggage there. So my first piece of advice is to totally feel how you're feeling. Allow yourself to feel that. It totally sucks, believe me. Been there, done that, as we all have, I'm sure. We all had our heart broken at some time. But especially now with the holidays, I think it might make it harder. This is the time to really engage with family and friends. Surround yourself with the people that support you the most. And just, hopefully you get through it.
Yeah, and she's saying that she wants to feel more upset or angry than upset.
Well, she feels like she should feel more angry than hurt.
That doesn't mean she won't. She's just like
gonna
going
feel
through the
emotional
stages.
first.
and,
Yourself go
you
through
know,
the stages.
Once you
I'm
let it
sure
all
she'll
out,
be
all the
there.
crying and the tears, then you're gonna get angry, and then you're gonna get over
Yeah.
it.
And then you're going to start,
That's how it works.
cutting holes in
Yeah.
his pants and, where it matters and things of that nature. So we have faith. But above all, in all seriousness, really feel the emotion. If you're at work and just have to excuse yourself to go have a good cry, then that's what you have to do. Don't be embarrassed. So good luck to you, honey. Okay, our next story is written by Ashley. She says, I'm sleeping with a coworker who's married. How do I stop?
Just stop.
Yes, well, you kind of answered your own question now.
Wear a one piece. Don't shave that day. I don't know.
Stop shaving.
Throw out all your razors.
Go
Wear
European, right?
sweatpants.
The Europeans do that.
I don't even know how to answer
Just
this.
stop.
Like,
You're
just
going to
stop.
ruin this family's Christmas if they find out, or
Yeah.
Hanukkah or whatever, Kwanzaa.
I'm gonna get fired.
Yeah. Well, this is, this goes back. You have to go to our archive
You're a
page because we've
Grinch,
talked about
Ashley.
this. Office romances can turn very awkward very quickly. Behold, you're sleeping with him, you work together, he's married. I believe he also has 3 children. I
my
have to throw
God.
that in there too.
He doesn't care about her.
No, he doesn't. And it's
Why would you
something
not?
that maybe he doesn't have a good relationship with his wife. This is a very hot topic here on the show because, you sometimes you're devil's advocate, which I love, and then Kelly gets very, very hot in the face over this. But I feel like in this story, she kind of answered her own question. She
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
needs
she wants
to
to.
just get up the guff and say, listen, this needs to end. I mean, first, whatever she's expecting out of this, she's not going to get
No.
because it doesn't sound like he intends on leaving his wife. It just says that he's married. He probably wants his cake and eat it too. She's the cake or the eat, whatever. And she's not going to be fulfilled in this relationship if she's looking
No.
for an ideal man.
She doesn't care.
fulfilled.
She's gonna stop. Yeah, she'll stop
right
being
way.
the cake, and he'll find another
She
piece.
just-
It's
Yeah.
not gonna
Yeah, I
be.
like that.
Yeah. High
Kelly with the
five.
one-liners. She should just go to the Holly party, bring another guy, start sleeping
Drop
with
her
him.
fork,
Yeah.
bend over, be like,
Exactly.
you can't have
Bend and
this.
snap? Are you
Bend
telling her
and
that?
And if you don't know what that is, Google it.
Yeah, Google. Google is your best friend today. Let me tell you, I'm going on to Robin Thicke Google and seeing if he lives up to that name because I want to know. But overall, you got to leave this guy alone because
Yeah.
it doesn't sound like he's going to leave his wife for you. And also, in all seriousness, as a relationship advisor, I want to tell you, you want to go out there and find somebody that's going to give you their all. And you're not going to have to worry about a crazy wife, over your shoulder that's going to be hunting you down with a hatchet.
Or crying children on Christmas morning.
Yeah.
That aren't even your
Oh,
own.
that just broke my heart. Where's Daddy? I'm
Well,
emotional this Christmas, sorry.
surround yourself
just
with
kidding.
family and friends.
Yes.
Okay, our next story has come from my gay adorable men, I call them. These are my gay viewers. I call them my gay adorables because they are so cute. Frank writes, should I feel awkward dating a guy who slept with my ex? Has any of us been through a situation like that? I
College.
have, but
Yeah. What is he's dating?
sorority.
first,
a guy
second, and
who's
third,
come on.
fourth semester. I feel like this. I mean, it definitely happened with John and I because, especially in
Can't
New
really
York
happen
and Long
with us.
Island, the gay community is very small. So it tends to happen more often than not. So you kind of have to put yourself in the mindset, I feel, to live in the present and leave the past in the past and just try to pursue whatever it is at hand. That's the
Yeah.
best
Yeah, and
advice
if you
I can
can't
give
get
you.
over it, then move on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I'd be worried if my ex slept with one of my boyfriends, but,
I would be worried too.
so I don't know how to answer
Why
that
would your
one.
ex sleep with one of your
That was
boyfriends?
the
'Cause
point.
that's
That was the joke. All right.
Drink some more coffee.
Oh, okay.
We need to film this show
talking
in
about
the
me.
afternoon.
I'm writing down all Brittany's notes like a tree on the roof.
Yeah, I know. I have to answer a lot of
The
questions
Wi-Fi
after
from
this
the
show.
house.
Oh gosh, you're too funny. Okay, Anthony writes says, how do I pursue an older man I'm fooling around with who is conceited with his looks, even though we have fun times together? Well, you made the point to tell me that he's conceited, so that's the first thing that I would say may not work out because if one person's more conceited than the other, I mean, it's one thing to be confident, but conceited is a whole different level. I don't know how that would work out, truthfully, and I think that's just going to create differences down the line. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I feel like it's not that big of a deal. Why don't you just call him out on being conceited all the time and make him insecure about it?
Yeah.
Why are you so confident? You look fat today.
You don't even look that good.
Did you get
No,
to sleep last night?
definitely don't put your
No, don't be
significant
mean
other
to him.
down. But
Don't
if
bring him
it-
down, but call him out if he's
Yeah.
being conceited. Be like,
Yeah.
what's up?
what's up? What are you doing?
Or show interest in other, even celebrities, and say like, wow, these people are good looking. Like, so like there are other people that are equal
Yeah.
or better or something.
Yeah.
Or you could give him a reason to stop looking in the mirror and give him a reason to look at you.
Exactly.
Ooh, boom,
there you
take
go.
that one.
Oh, I'm going to take that
Brittany
one
for the win.
myself.
dropping the knowledge.
I've had
the gym.
conceited guys.
See, the coffee's working now. We need another half hour to go here.
Yes.
All right, good advice, ladies. So, right now, something new we'd like to add. We have our anniversary shout-outs this week to some of our lovely viewers that sent in their photos who are celebrating.
Aw.
We have Long Island's own singer and songwriter, and a dear friend of mine, actually, Amber Ferrari. Her hubby Chris is celebrating 2 years. Take a look at that adorable photo. They got married in December just a
so
few years
cute.
ago now. I love the red that she has in that dress. That is
I was just gonna
fabulous.
say that.
Yeah, she looks
Yes.
so great. She's beautiful blonde too. So happy anniversary. Also, one of our viewers, Jamie, and her hubby Eddie are celebrating 3 years this week. So take a look at their photo. Look at that happy photo. You can tell they hate having their picture taken. But 3 years going strong, so there's definitely something there. There's some spark there. They just hate their picture taken, it seems. I don't know. So before we close, I have to give you my celebrity crush of the week because I wouldn't be your gay BFF if I didn't. Guess who it is this week?
I don't like it.
It's Nick Jonas. Take a look. Now, this isn't my photo of choice, but because it fits daytime, I'll go with it.
You're 2 for 2. You're striking
Yeah,
out.
I know. I
3
really-
strikes, you're
Really?
out, and then it's our pick of the
You're
week.
not
I
feeling
know.
Nick Jonas? How did you
I
not
know.
love that
Wow,
song,
you
I
Jealous?
think
Never.
of Nick Jonas as like my little sister's boy band crush.
Yeah,
And it
with
just
their
looks-
purity
Yes.
rings, walking around,
yes.
and their
I have a
purity
little bit of
rings.
cougar in me. I'll admit it. Comment if you
Clearly.
will.
And then he tried
could
to
be a-
pull off the whole Marky Mark thing. Like, no,
How is
there's
how old
only
is he,
one,
Jason?
and he's trying
16?
to pull it off. Yeah,
He's a little older. He's 22. And I'm only going to be 31. But I can pull off cougar very well. I look 5 years younger now.
I didn't know you were 31.
Really?
Yeah,
Is
no.
that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing.
Okay, good. So I can pull it off. See? I could totally crush on it. Now, you know what it is? I love the song Jealousy. It's in my iPhone.
No, it's annoying to me.
And so I'm loving this. This is our 5th co-host next week. No, but I just
out. You
love
can
the
take my
song.
I'm out.
It's just maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But he's a cutie too. Go on and Google those topless pictures of him. You'll know what I mean.
Oh, I can't.
Don't hate.
Feels
don't
wrong.
hate.
yeah, you know.
My sister would be so sad.
It's so funny because my little sister's best friend is obsessed with him and always
Really?
has been. So I always picture it like as a 'cause she's 5 years younger than me. So I don't pull
Plus,
off
he
the
has
cougar. I
jealousy
guess.
issues.
Behold the song, right? So
He's
I love
crazy.
it.
It's totally crazy.
Recipe for
Totally
disaster.
nuts.
Recipe for disaster. Well, we're at the wrap mark, ladies. It always goes so quick. And just when we're all pumped up now, the coffee's
know,
finally kicked in. If you'd like more information on today's show or holiday tips to purchase things for your signif this holiday season, keep logged on to thedailyblue.com right now. Read my blog. It's out there live. And we'll see you next week, right? That's it. We'll see you next week. I'm Jason Gaga. Thanks for joining us.